Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Tax reform bills not against North. Presidency declares. Custom officer wife, 4 children burnt to death at home. Oh my God. EFCC seizes 553 duplexes in single largest recovery. $22 billion Eurobond, 300% oversubscription. A pass mark for Tinubu's reform. Okpebolo inaugurates 3 judges that Obaseki declined to swear in. Minimum wage strike shuts down government offices in Kaduna, Nasarawa, and FCT areas. Conduct of council polls disgraceful, says Speaker Abbas. Okay, which story?
That's how the tax reforms.
Go ahead.
Major headline.
That's the trending matter now.
Yes, and the town hall yesterday was it's like we went to class.
Okay.
Slept after 9. There was a town hall yesterday.
Yes.
And it was really enlightening. Broke it down stage by stage. And I like that the audience that engaged were from different areas in the country, representing different views. So the former Speaker of the House of Reps was seated at the tax reforms. Also, the former Governor of Bayelsa and the Senator representing Bayelsa, that's Seriake Dickson, the former Speaker Yakubu Dogara, gave reasons why this tax should be supported. I was amazed. Initially, when Dogara was talking, I was surprised, but he ended up saying that this is not against the North. Okay. This will push the North to be self-sufficient. It will push them to start to support from within. Also, the spokesperson for the House of Reps informed the sitting that they postponed the discussion on the tax bill. That's for the House of Reps, and the debate was supposed to hold today. But he said it's been postponed due to the need for further and broader consultation with all relevant stakeholders. The Kano House of Assembly, we know those ones have kicked against it. The president is still explaining to them continuously. Taiwo Oyedele did a detailed job, and I like the calmness. I'm going to learn that one, with which he addressed each question. Nothing they provoked the guy. You know, he just went on and on addressing each one. The rumor that Ted Fund and Naseni and the NITDA will be cancelled because of this bill. He says that's not true, that they are looking to consolidate these agencies because, of course, their monies for their fundings come from taxes anyway, personal income tax. And so they will consolidate and see how this will be neatly done. He said they'll be using technology. So where you declare lower taxes in one agency and go to the next agency and declare higher because you want to get waiver in one place and get, all those things, all those loopholes, all those leakages will be blocked. Right. Technology would, just the way we harmonize using NIMC, harmonize some of our biodata, all of that will be brought in. He also talked about
watch that town hall.
How this you should I think the video should be available.
Everyone.
So you said Lagos and Rivers will not become richer states because they bring he gave the example using MTN. He says MTN brings in the ISVAT. Okay. And he explained that because of that, it's only because they're headquartered in certain states, Lagos, for example, that's why Lagos is the one seeming to generate it. So what they are going to do now is that if you make call in Kano, you may call in Borno, the taxes come from Lagos because that's where the headquarters is. And so those kind of things will be taken care of. And the tax reforms is not against any region, any state. In fact, at the end of the whole town hall, you saw the entire audience supporting.
So that's good. So he made it very, very inclusive.
Yes, it was inclusive. Everybody really loved that, it was clarified. But I wanted to highlight the fact that Dogara spoke on it because there have been some videos going around social media trying to make it the same political and something that is against the North. So I'm happy that voices like this that understand exactly what is happening and see that this is for the good of the North and not something against the North. I think everyone should use your voice, your platform, please, to properly educate Nigerians wherever they are, so that, saboteurs don't take it and turn
misinformation. So some people are sponsoring this aggression against the bill because they want us to end up the way we did with APIB. Remember the petroleum industry bill?
Stalled
20 years, we stalled forever. They want us to continue to debate it. Thank God the Senate has done their second reading. So we're just waiting for the House of Reps. And some states to align, and eventually I'm
happy. Okay, another story.
EFCC, they said yesterday they got a court order to seize an estate containing 753 units of duplexes in Abuja. They said it is the Commission's single largest asset recovery since it was established. But the identity of the estate promoter is unknown. This was since last night. They also said that they learned that a final security clearance will be required to disclose the estate owner, who is described as a former top government official. So they said EFCC filed this without disclosing the identity of, this top official. And, some of the word on the street is that, EFCC, if you seize this asset, how are you not mentioning the people? A lot of the persons behind this. For them, they don't think that this is fully fighting corruption in itself. But I think the Commission's executive chairman, Mr. Ola Olukoede, explained it in a way for me that I understood. He said that, see, if you understand the intricacies involved in financial crimes investigation and prosecution, you'll discover that to recover 1 billion naira is war. He goes ahead to say that. So for him, he's always made sure that when, following, cases like this, they start immediate asset tracing, so you know where the money is being spent. And if you can get the assets, for him, if you can get the asset, it's important. And I know for some other countries as well, when they are doing like cases on corruption, when they get the people, or to get them to forfeit, what they have stolen, they usually give them like a percentage on it. Because for them, the idea is that these monies must come back to our coffers. These people are usually high-ranking, very rich. They have a lot of resources that they can leave this case in the courts for years and years. So we're not getting the money, we're not getting justice, we're not getting anything. So for him, it's at least we're getting the assets. The others we can deal with as
I like the way that sounds.
Yes.
So I think
creative
it's very creative. I totally agree with that.
I don't like China's option.
We hang them.
The minimum wage. So government activities were grounded yesterday in 3 states and the 6 area council, Federal Capital Territory, following a work boycott by public workers over how long the new minimum wage was being implemented. The workers deserted the FCT area councils, government, secretariats, ministries, departments, and agencies in the affected states like Ebonyi, Kaduna, Nasarawa, in compliance with NLC's directive. So the government of the state had announced a minimum wage to be paid. And there's been a disagreement. I actually took a part of the story yesterday, disagreement on the mode of payment. Ebonyi had approved 75,000, Nasarawa 70,500, Kaduna 72,000. And we know that the minimum wage of 2024 has stipulated 70,000 naira benchmark. So in FCT, the 6 area council chairmen were unable to, fight off the strike, with workers staying away from their duty posts. The correspondent who visited the Kuje area council also notices that offices were under lock and key. They say a few workers were seen discussing in groups, but were dispersed after waiting for hours. They had no clear position on the matter. What really caught my attention was Ebonyi State, where the governor was very, very angry. That's Francis Nwifuru, and he vowed to sack any striking worker who failed to resume work by tomorrow. And he says NLC president has responded to him that his threat means nothing. It's irresponsible and unhelpful, and they will continue that. He also said that he's ordered the heads of ministries and commissioners to go to work and then keep a register for people who are coming to work, need to sign, and they will be paid on the table. So if you are not going to work in that state, you should forget being a state worker in Ebonyi State.
All right, let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.